Hello again, ladies and gentlemen, Sonic here from SEGADriven.com, and welcome back to our Sonic Amateur Games Expo 2021 coverage. In this video we're taking a look at Hellslave, Project Z-Treme, developed by Vasectomy Software. Now then, this is a Saturn homebrew game, and it is a first-person arena-based FPS. Oh, this is very, very cool. So you're probably familiar with Vasectomy Software. They've done Sonic Z-Treme before as well, which is another Saturn-based homebrew project, which is obviously kind of based on Sonic Extreme. But yeah, this is their FPS project, and my word, is this an impressive little thing. So we've got 5 maps. We can play up to 8 players with either humans or bots. 4-player split screen. It's really good. It's basically, you know, akin to something like Unreal Tournament or Quake 3 Arena, but it runs natively on a Saturn, which is incredible. So if you have a way of playing backup software or, you know, disk images on actual hardware, you can do so, or you can do it via emulation like I'm doing here. And yeah, it's really good. It's genuinely brilliant. I'm really impressed with it. The only thing I'd say negative against it is just a limitation of the fact that it's on the Saturn and the controller doesn't have twin sticks. So you're basically sort of locked into view. However, the game does have 3D controller support, so if you do have a 3D controller for the Saturn, you can use the lovely analog stick on that. And it also has mouse and keyboard support, which is pretty impressive. So yeah, that does make things a little bit nicer if you are more familiar with, you know, the freedom of movement that comes with that sort of control setup. But it's all functional, it all works really well, and I was having a blast playing this, I've got to say. Really, really good fun. The enemy AI is really solid, actually. They're very good at, you know, hunting you down and creeping up on you and you know, taking you down. So yeah, it was a challenge to play. It wasn't just me absolutely wiping the floor, which is often the case with anime AI of this, you know, era, I suppose. Even though this is modern development, it has to work within the restrictions of the Saturn, so it can't be fantastic. But at the same time, I thought this was pretty good, in all honesty. Yeah, it works pretty well, and they have the same restrictions that you do, so you'll often see them sort of having to turn around and stuff when they come, when they get alerted to your presence and things like that, which is obviously kind of slow, I guess, what with you having to use, you know, digital controls. But it's not, you know, it's not a game killer, let's put it that way. It's not massively slow. It's fast enough for what it needs to be. And yeah, I was very impressed with this, I've got to say. I think this is a fantastic development. It would have been nice to have seen some single player content, but like I say, you can play with bots, so there's that. But when it comes to FPSs, I prefer a sort of, you know, structured single player experience where I'm actually like exploring areas and trying to get to a goal, whereas the goal here is basically just to kill as many bots as possible and yeah, have a good time doing so. If this sounds like something you're into and you like a bit of Quake 3 Arena or Unreal Tournament, please jump in. This is a great little time. Obviously, just be prepared that it is more of a retro FPS in that, you know, you're limited to digital controls. You don't have the freedom of movement that you would with twin stick controls and analog controllers. But obviously, if you want to use a 3D controller or mouse and keyboard setup, then the feature is there if you want to explore it. It's still a great time, really, really good fun, well worth checking out, and again, just massively impressive that something this, you know, convoluted is running on a Saturn, and it's a homebrew title. It's crazy, honestly. How far homebrew has come is just mind-boggling, really. But yeah, really good stuff, well worth checking out. I would highly recommend this, just because I'm a big FPS guy. I love me some Unreal Tournament, and this ticked the boxes. But it felt more, you know, like in keeping with a Saturn FPS, something like Quake, or, you know, Exhumed. It's got that sort of control scheme. So yeah, just be prepared for that. But otherwise, a great time, highly recommended.